Welcome back, everyone. Next up, we have Enthusiast Gaming. It trades on the NASDAQ under the symbol EGLX and is building the largest media and content platform for video game and esports fans to connect and engage worldwide. Please welcome its CEO, Adrian Montgomery. Welcome, Adrian.
Hi, thanks for having me. And it's nice to be back here at this fabulous emerging growth forum to talk about what we're doing at Enthusiast Gaming. Clearly, for our industry, this has been quite an incredible month for mergers and acquisitions, whether it be Sony purchasing Bungie a few days ago, Microsoft purchasing Activision Blizzard, Take-Two purchasing Zynga. That's almost $100 billion in acquisitions. And then the cherry on top of the sundae is the New York Times buying Wordle, which, for heaven's sakes, everyone's snapping up a video game and esports company. But when gamers go looking to talk about what these deals will mean for their favorite esports teams, they're going to come to the Enthusiast Gaming Upcomer site, which is the ESPN for esports. They're going to log on to Twitch to watch the Luminosity creators that we own, like XQC, who streamed more than 275 hours of content last month. They're going to take a break from Wordle and play Type Racer against their friends, or watch some of the world's top esports orgs play the game on our YouTube channels. And they're going to chat about what the Microsoft deal might mean for Warcraft and Overwatch and Diablo on one of the biggest Activision Blizzard fan sites in the world that we own, called Icy Veins. So as you can see, the FANGs might have plans for gaming and even the metaverse, but the place gamers look for creators, content, communities, and experiences is Enthusiast Gaming. In fact, we just announced this week that nearly 52 million visitors in the United States spent time with our properties in the month of December. And one of the most interesting statistics in the most recent batch of ComScore data is that gamers and esports fans are now spending almost half of the same amount of time not playing games, but indulging in their passion for games on YouTube channels and fan sites and platforms like Twitch. And that bodes extremely well for Enthusiast Gaming, who is steadily buying and building fan communities, creating the content that those fans want to watch, engaging with the creators that have the fan bases that those fans are interested in, and curating the experiences that matter to Gen Z and millennial gamers. So I'm happy to be here today to tell you more about what makes Enthusiast Gaming so special, especially at a moment when the world is waking up to the fact that gaming is the #1 form of entertainment and social interaction for Gen Zs across the country and around the world. So if we move quickly to our presentation, I might sadly skip past the self-described visionary management team and move to slide 4. Enthusiast Gaming, the platform that we own, engages with over 300 million Gen Zs and millennials and gaming and esports fans each and every month. We are one of only 3 gaming companies who are on the ComScore list of the top 100 properties in the United States of America, the others being Roblox and Twitch, which is owned by Amazon. And so, as we told you, the pillars of our business are communities, content, creators, and experiences. And with those pillars, we are building a business that dominates the fan experience. So the platform, again, consists of over 100 websites, over 1,000 YouTube and Snapchat channels. We own Luminosity Gaming, which is the most watched esports organization on Twitch. We co-own 2 of the biggest franchise league teams in Overwatch and Activision. Between Luminosity and our Enthusiast Gaming YouTube network, we engage with over 500 of the top gamers in the world. We own and operate over 50 live and virtual events, pocket gamer events around the world, virtual EGLXs, Rising Stars, Gamers' Greatest Talent. And we also own Addicting Games, which is one of the most well-known developers of casual and mobile games, which I would remind people at $91 billion is the fastest growing segment in the entire video gaming industry. Addicting Games has a tremendous brand, and I would encourage you to try this parlor trick, which is to type the word games into your browser, and I bet dollars to donuts the first hit that comes up is our very own Addicting Games. And so as a business, we own this fan experience. And we have some of the most well-known brands across all of these different verticals. And in fact, as we'll show you later with a couple of case studies, we're the only company in this industry right now that is building and dominating across a bunch of different verticals, whether it be websites, the video network, game development, esports, or events and experiences. So again, to refresh, we engage at scale with Gen Zs and millennials. So Enthusiast Gaming at a glance, next. 300 million people a month who are so engaged they consume over 40 billion views of content. The influencers, we've grown our business. On the subscriber side, we now have over 207,000 paying subscribers across a number of our properties. And as we'll show you on our next slide, the business has been growing at a rapid rate. And the reason is because we have this engaged audience. And when you build from the audience out, you have a number of revenue streams and profit-making streams to exploit. Advertising sales, both programmatically and directly, subscription sales, which introduce very attractive economics like lifetime value and recurring revenue into our mix, esports sponsorship, in-game advertising, in-app purchases through Addicting Games. And as we evolve our business with such a focused and engaged audience, opportunities in e-commerce, merchandise, become very, very real as we grow. So in terms of our organic growth strategy, we're excited because we believe we've done the hard part first. A lot of times people present at conferences like this and tell you that their idea is good and it's going to go out and get an audience. Well, we have that audience. We have a company where you type games in that is the #1 hit on browsers around the world. We have the core that we need. And now we're moving through the life cycle of an audience-focused business and a fan-focused business, which is to monetize through advertising. We own our own proprietary ad tech stack, which has a number of data capabilities. We're selling subscriptions. We're licensing our content to different platforms like YouTube, like Snap, like TikTok. And as we continue to build this business from the audience out, we can leverage first-party data, we can engage in e-commerce, and eventually graduate to a social platform. If you look at the rapid growth of our revenue and our margin, we've grown, as you can see, at an extremely rapid rate. That shows no signs of slowing down, particularly as the corporate world through COVID has woken up and realized there's one unassailable truth that companies like ours are going to benefit from. If you need to engage with Gen Zs and millennials and you need them to pay attention to you, you must have a gaming and esports strategy. And the proof of that is in the pudding on the next slide. When you look at some of the brands that we are working with, these are not brands you might expect. We're looking at some of our biggest customers are State Farm Insurance, H&R Block, HBO, Disney, Amazon, Samsung, the United States Navy. These are companies that are recurring customers for ours because we're delivering through our integrated offering of communities, content creators, and experiences, and we're the only ones in the marketplace to do so. We're delivering demonstrable return on investment for the marketing dollars that they entrust to us. So we're really excited to see this growth of non-endemic brands, to see us become a partner of choice for Hollywood studios, as an example, for accounting firms to engage with Gen Zs. And the fact that they're coming back again and again, Procter & Gamble, Gillette as an example, evidences the fact that we're delivering for them, which makes us awfully proud. So if you look at our investment highlights, oh, we should do case studies first, you're right. So again, I remind you, we're the only company in the space that can deliver access to top websites, some of the most lucrative and high-performing video inventory on YouTube. We can activate esports sponsorship, and we can create custom content and experiences for our clients. Nobody else can do that the way that we can do it. And I want to show you a couple of case studies that bring to life our unique customer offering that is resonating so loudly in the marketplace. The first one would be the work that we did in partnership with United Artists to help launch the Guy Ritchie film Wrath of Man.
Cracked him body armor. Downed him. Oh, my gun doesn't have good enough recoil to kill this guy. Yes, I killed him. Let's go.
We got go. We got Brig. I am a shooter.
Yeah, trying to spray him.
It's good.
Nice. Oh, I got sniped from across.
Yeah, it's a
good shot. Oh, wow, he had a good shot. I'm safe though. I'm one layer under. Oh, you're dead.
So that's an example of a company that can uniquely leverage a bunch of different assets to help a major Hollywood studio and a major Hollywood director and a major Hollywood star and Jason Statham launch a movie. You saw Luminosity Gaming, you saw content creators that were involved in, you saw NBA superstar Karl Anthony Towns, who's involved with us, All-Pro, NFL All-Pro Darius Slay, and we brought a unique idea that we presented to the client and brought it to life, leveraging our assets and wrapping ourselves around the audience that they sought to engage with. The next case study and the final case study I'm going to give you shows you the versatility that Enthusiast Gaming has. We now are going to show you a case study about a fabulous campaign that we were able to execute on behalf of a company owned by L'Oreal, a cosmetics company with a more female demographic. I would wager there's not many gaming and esports companies who could launch a Jason Statham action film and then pivot and deliver for a client that has a nail polish brand. But as you can see from our campaign for Essie, that versatility is displayed very, very well. So you see, when you own the different assets that we own, when you own the most watched esports org being Luminosity on Twitch, at the same time you own one of the biggest female gaming sites in the world being the Sims Resource, you have a stable of creators, you have YouTube inventory, website inventory, you're going to see more engagement in an integrated fashion from Addicting Games as we move forward. We have the ability to deliver for big name clients like L'Oreal, like Samsung, like the Hollywood movie studios. So hopefully those case studies brought to life the unique customer offering that we have that's doing so well. And then I would just finally end with slide 11, our final slide. We're one of the biggest internet properties in the United States of America. Nobody has the collection of assets we have. We are firmly entrenched in the largest entertainment industry in the world, being video games. We have a highly engaged and massive audience. We connect with them in a genuine fashion. We have a number of monetization opportunities that are powering such significant growth in our company. And as a company who did 5 acquisitions, 2 since the last time I presented at Emerging Growth, we are very much seen as an acquirer of choice because we have gaming coursing through our veins, and those acquisition targets can trust us to allow their communities to flourish, grow, and prosper. So I might end it there and see if there are any questions.
All right, thank you, Adrian. Yes, we do have some questions for you. Okay, Jake Vasquez asks, can you tell us if Enthusiast Gaming has any plans related to NFTs?
Well, one of the most exciting things for our industry and for Enthusiast Gaming in particular is that gaming sits at the intersection of crypto, of gaming, of NFTs. And I think that that's a tremendously positive thing that's going to power a lot of creativity going forward. Certainly, there has to be a very thoughtful approach to NFTs. We've seen some big and successful companies get into a bit of trouble with their NFT strategy. One of the things that we know is for them to be successful, NFTs have to enhance and add to the gaming experience. And so we're in a very beneficial situation because we very much look at our engagement with our audience from a bottom-up approach. They're at the forefront of these trends, and so we listen to them. But I can tell you this, one of the great advantages to dominating the NFT space is we just happen to own a company called Addicting Games, which develops browser-based IO games, and open internet is where NFTs currently have the best chance of prospering. So expect some more news very soon on the relationship between NFTs and our creators and addicting games titles.
Okay, thank you for that. George Hodges wants to know, what's your exposure like to the metaverse?
Well, the metaverse is very, very real, and it's very, very important to the future of gaming. And I would argue that gaming created the metaverse, whether it was The Sims, whether it was Farmville. These are virtual worlds where people can socialize and interact. So I would remind people of a certain age who think that the metaverse may be some fantasy world like Narnia. That's not the case. And the reality of the situation is that Gen Zs are distinguishing less and less between virtual experiences and real experiences. That's why you see virtual goods sell for more than real goods sometimes in the gaming universe. That's why a company like Fortnite or an Epic Games through Fortnite is selling more merchandise than Gucci and Prada combined. So with these new worlds like the metaverse, who's going to dominate? I maintain that it's companies who are going to own the communities, create the content, and deliver the experiences. And that's what Enthusiast Gaming has, alongside our ability to create games, which will inevitably have more immersive components to them. So I think the metaverse is very real. And I think a content factory and a community factory like Enthusiast Gaming is poised to play a significant role in the metaverse.
Okay. Aaron Curtis wants to know, he sees a new SVP of talent in your deck. What will this mean for the future of Luminosity and relations with your creators?
Well, we were really excited to bring on Scotty Tidwell as our new head of talent. He is the former chief marketing officer of G Fuel, which is the predominant energy drink brand for gamers and esports players and fans around the world. Scotty has an unbelievable depth of experience with creators, with identifying talent, nurturing and developing talent. And as I said, that's one of our 4 pillars. The creators that participate in those campaigns with Essie and those campaigns with Wrath of Man and Samsung, they are uniquely capable of delivering a return on investment to our corporate partners, because when they wrap their arms around a product, that product sells. As I've said before, there's a reason Kim Kardashian and Kendall Jenner are billionaires. It's for that very reason. And we're blessed that some of the biggest social media influencers in the world are gamers. So we want to broaden and deepen our relationship with gamers, and we can deliver more opportunities to them than anyone, whether it's through Luminosity, whether it's through the Enthusiast Gaming Network on YouTube, whether it's through corporate partnerships. We launched the DJ career of Fresh, one of our big gamers, and had him remix a Coldplay single, which was a highlight for him. But also think about the success of a very simple game called Among Us. Think about Wordle being sold to the New York Times. These are very simple games. Addicting Games has 1,500 game titles in our library, and we have relationships with creators. And we believe that when our creators start to actively promote the game titles in Addicting Games that they like, we will have the next Among Us on our hands. We will have a transformational asset that we will create and incubate in our own Enthusiast Gaming ecosystem. And that is in no small part due to placing an emphasis and a priority on creators, and Scotty's going to help us do that.
Thank you. Nicholas Hart asks, what's the conversion rate of unique monthly visitors into monthly active users? And how do you look at the ability to convert monthly active users to subscribers? And maybe give some context on the role Project GG may play.
Well, we, those active users, are those 52 million lead the way in terms of our competitive set, in terms of session time and amount of time that they spend interacting with the Enthusiast Gaming platform, north of 20 minutes. So we have a high conversion rate in terms of maintaining and retaining that audience base, particularly when you highlight the fact that we're a company that doesn't spend money to acquire that traffic. That traffic has always come to us organically. And so that's a very, very powerful statistic. When it comes to our subscriber base, we've grown that from, the middle of 2020, having 50,000 subscribers to having close to 210,000 subscribers. So we've 4x'd that in about a year and a half, which is impressive in a sense. But when you have a denominator of 300 million gamers, as you point out, or 51 in the United States, there's a lot of room to grow there. And GG, as you say, which is in alpha, hopefully soon to be transitioning to beta, that's going to give a pan-enthusiast subscription offering legs. And we're excited about the prospects of GG. And we've got a team of very talented developers hard at work, and we're learning lots in the alpha.
Great. Last question, Adrian, from Mike H. Do the deals announced over the past few weeks, in particular the Microsoft activation deal, have any direct impact on you and your business?
I would say that the Microsoft deal in particular should have the biggest impact. From a very tactical grassroots perspective, the second biggest company in the world is now the owner of the Overwatch League and the Call of Duty League, two leagues in which we own franchise teams. So we're excited that a $2.5 trillion company is going to become the leader of those two leagues, and we've never been more optimistic about their growth potential. Secondly, I would say that what was most encouraging to me, and I encourage everyone to go back and read that Activision Microsoft press release, because you'll see the word community in the subheading. You'll see the CEO, Satya Nadella, talk about the importance of gaming communities, the power of gaming communities, the power of content, how the power of the creators, and how the creators and the communities are going to power the metaverse. And so immodestly, I took that, and the rest of the management team took that press release as a tremendous validation of the Enthusiast Gaming business model, because that's what we do. We build communities, we create content, we deliver experiences. And so for Microsoft to point that out, and we engage with creators, we're very bullish that transaction and the rationale behind that transaction validates what we do each and every day.
Well, fortunately, this piqued the interest of a lot of our viewers. There's tons of questions for you, but unfortunately, we're out of time. So you're going to have to come back and join us again and give us some more updates. But we'll send you these questions, Adrian. Thank you so much for your time and your presentation today.
Thank you for having me.
All right, everyone. Stay with us. We've got another presentation coming up in just a second.